Sup fellas, welcome to my Russian story. So how are you today? I hope you're going very fine because I'm feeling very well today. I hope you too. So today is not gonna be a very tough day for videos and for the news, but it might be a quite surrealistic episode. You know, each time I find the news for my Russian story episodes, and actually I noticed a very strange feeling. When I see this news and when I read them, I don't feel that it's something very strange for me. It's actually like a normal thing, absolutely okay. I really look at them as something usual and something normal. And you might ask me, are you crazy or snowflake Russian boy? No guys, I'm not crazy. This is like a reality where all 146 million people live every day. But today is a special day. Because after Russian parliament adopted a law for disrespect of Russian authorities, now the Russian police became super wild and they're triggering every person, each person who's trying to be disrespectful to the Russian power or to the President Vladimir Putin. All the situation around this kind of punishment about this law, it looks like a Spanish Inquisition. If you're beautiful, you're witch. If you're ginger, you're witch as well. If a rooster gives an egg, you have to burn it. If you post that Putin is a fabulous idiot, you're fined. If you post a picture of a graffiti that said that Putin is a faggot, you're fined as well. And so on. So the first news will be sounds a little bit very funny actually, because it's the case when somebody's thinking that nobody can touch you and nobody can do anything bad to you. Like you're feeling yourself very secure, but actually it's not. So let's have a look. On April 24th, a young man commented a post in VK, a Russian Facebook, about one of the first instances of the law on apparent disrespect for the authorities. In Novgorod region, the court fined Yuri Kravtsev for 30,000 rubles for Putin's post. A month later, the protocol was drawn up on Komandirov. According to him, the guy posted in the public domain a photo with the image of President of Russian Federation Vladimir Putin and the text, "Every citizen knows who is number first." The comments also contained the message, "Check it out, they can't condemn, they will not judge all, therefore let's go flash mob." So basically the guy comment a news about a fine of another guy who was punished just because of publishing about something bad about Vladimir Putin. So guy just wrote a comment telling that no, they won't fine anybody in this world, they can't fine anybody, can condemn us all. And finally he was fined. It's true that VK is actually watched by the police, so the policemen can actually see what you're writing there, they can control people, and I think that policemen in Russia have a very good sense of humor after doing this kind of shit. If you studied maths at school or at university, you might recognize a thing called recursion. It's the things that repeat. For example, when you see yourself between two mirrors, so your image of you is in recursion. And in Russian Federation there is a recursion of fines for disrespect of the Russian authorities. The occasion to fine Mr. Volkov, a political activist, was because of his tweet that he posted on the April 23rd with the video recording of the announcement of the decision of the first case of the contempt for the authorities. So he wrote, "The decision on the case of an administrative offense in the case that Putin is fabulous. Listen, an important document of the era, of course." So actually what happened in this news? So if you remember well, there was a guy in Russia who was condemned and was fined because he wrote on the internet that Vladimir Putin is a fabulous censor. And after that, a political activist, Mr. Volkov, posted on the Twitter the video where the judge was reading the punishment for this guy, and he wrote a comment about this video, telling that it's a very important thing, like with using a sarcasm, of course. And the Russian authorities did the best thing that they could do is just fine this guy for this tweet. It's like again, a disrespectful behavior from his side. So basically this punishment is actually a political punishment because this guy is working with Navalny, the most famous Russian opposition leader, and that's why basically he got punished just because being the most important, working with the most important opposition leader, he got fined just because of this tweet. Perfect, that's just fabulous, I like it. And our third news is coming from Vladivostok, our favorite city. A city that is very close to China, North Korea, Japan and South Korea. So it's the best city actually in the world. But what is very interesting is that in the end of the May, if I'm not mistaken actually, there was a self-government day at school. As you know, in Russia there are some times when all the schoolmates, they are leaving the school, they have like a self-government day in some schools, not in all the schools in Russia. So what they did, they just dressed up with different clothes in order to come to the party with the music and feeling a liberty, like they come into the real adult world. And let's have a look to the video because it's actually very cool. I mean, look at the guys, look at these people, how they did this kind of party, how they organized everything, and actually it's very cool. But why this so strange, this news, and why I'm telling you about this news? Because if it wasn't that important, I wouldn't tell you anything about this. So the thing is that if you look to the pictures of three guys and the girl, guys dressed up like a playboy rabbits, and the girl is dressed like in a real, actually, if you have a look to her uniform, it's a real uniform of the policeman. And that's actually very cool. The principal of the school decided to leave the school and leave the job because she thinks disrespectful to the school, disrespectful to the orders and so on. I don't understand the decision of the principal of the school to leave the job, to leave her position, just because the kids dressed up like a playboy rabbits as a policeman. As you said, it's their self-government day. They can dress up as they want, they can do what they want, of course. And actually they use their creativity, their imagination to do so. And when I'm looking to that pictures, I'm thinking like, guys, you are very creative dudes, so don't stop, continue doing this. It's your day, you can do whatever you want. But actually the people and the society, the majority of the society, became very angry. They even went to the police to talk about this, and the police said, now we're gonna investigate this shit and we're gonna see what happened exactly, because they have to do so. But actually it's a bullshit. It's actually nothing to do with the kids and their future adult life. They just wanted to dress up like this and they have all the right, because if I'm not mistaken, right now all the kids leave the school at 18 years old, when they are 18 years old. But why? Why are you doing this? I mean, why you don't leave them, why you don't let them choose what they want to do? It's their last day at school. Now they're gonna start a very difficult adult life, so they can have a fun at least this day, at least one day during their whole studying period at school. So in my opinion, these dudes were very creative, like a super creative in that case. So I haven't even seen such kind of creativity in American schools or in Spanish schools or wherever in the world, but in Russia, in Vladivostok, they made it like super cool. I mean, why? Why are you trying to forbid this kind of behavior? There is nothing bad actually. They're not trying to kill somebody, to rob somebody or something. They're just trying to be themselves. Okay guys, so I hope you liked the video today and you liked especially the guys from the Vladivostok school. So hope we will enjoy them someday and have this party.